currently Wednesday, December 10th, 2025, another Building in Public episode. So quick recap of last week or the weekend between this meeting was really the most productive things we did was working on lead magnets. We're able to schedule out about 15 to 16 long form YouTube videos, which we just had our best performing video on our channel. It's all about collecting small wins along the way. Today, we are going to go over the lead magnet you built out, which will go into more detail. We're actually going to film some intros for the 90-day roadmap, which is our current offer for our community. So we're going to film some intro videos for each module, so to speak. And then what else are we doing?
I think
filming,
just like
there's some bonus videos.
Brainstorming ads as well. There's a couple of videos we got to put in the community. The intro videos, like you said, and then going over like the guide that I made, the lead magnet, and kind of just tying everything together. Yeah.
So huge emphasis on getting paid ads up and running on his channel. That's a huge task for today, as well as other channels in different markets. So we can start testing paid ads and add that to the organic that we're doing. Super excited to see the progress on that. But I guess with that being said, we'll dive into the first thing, which was we wanted to go over the lead magnet you built out. So talk about what you built out and how we're going to use it, basically.
Right. So first, lead magnets. Why lead magnets? Because
well, what is a lead magnet? We'll start with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So a lead magnet is basically something that you can exchange with somebody else that is of value that you would hand over for contact details or something like that. It's typically something you'd give away for free,
right?
In exchange for the contact details. And the reason that we're doing it is because on YouTube or really any marketing that you can be doing as an agent or really any business, some people are not like ready to do it right then, like ready to work with you right then and there.
Yep.
And a lead magnet can help you kind of like start building your pipeline. For example, if my CTA on a YouTube video, my call to action is text me or call me, somebody may not be ready to do that just yet. That might be like too much of a barrier. So we insert a lead magnet that is extremely valuable to that person. They'll go ahead and download it, check it out, get value from it. In exchange, I got their email. That way I can continuously market to them over time.
Yep.
Again, it works if they're ready today or if they're ready, 6 months to a year from now, which should help us increase the amount of leads these YouTube channels are producing for not only me, but for all of Khan's clients. So anyway, the lead magnet that I built, I called it the Relocation Survival Guide. And I'm basically targeting extra lights there.
Yeah, we got extra lights. Yeah,
let's go.
The studio lighting is malfunctioning.
I'm targeting out of state buyers that are moving to Fort Lauderdale. So like $500,000 to $900,000 relocators. And I made a relocation survival guide. I don't necessarily want to go into too much detail about this, but I do want to quickly get your reaction.
Okay.
And just go over this.
To see this.
Maybe we'll speed this up. Maybe we'll just do this raw. I don't know.
Yeah.
But let's check this out.
We'll just skim through it. But, that cover page is crazy.
So check this out.
Holy cow.
And that really is the only part of it that is like.
That's clean.
Nice and designed.
That's clean, dude.
Too. Hold on. I want to go back out of this view here because I want to scroll through it like an actual PDF. I'll just make it a bit bigger.
Table of contents is good. I like that.
So check this out, dude. All right. Fire. So the first page is just welcome, and I actually want to go through this. So, whatever we have to do here, if we want to speed it up, but I'm going to go through everything with you because I think it's really cool to check out. Or would you prefer to do that later?
Let's skim through it for the purpose of this video.
We'll
but definitely like talk through the different sections of it.
Okay, cool.
And kind of your thought process behind
So to give y'all some like thought around my idea is I wanted to. It's called the Relocation Survival Guide. I want to give everybody like as much as they need to know and nothing more, and something that they can skim through and that would be extremely valuable to help narrow down their search. So. I put like, for example, we live in Fort Lauderdale, so our market, people talk about flood zones, insurance is kind of crazy down here, and there's a lot of red flags you can run into. So the first 3 pages that I put in here are those. It is let me get to it. I got a flood zone cheat sheet that links back to an interactive flood zone map. So if they're interested in an address, they can plug it into the map and see what flood zone they're in. So that's super cool. I got an insurance cheat sheet. We'll go into this in more detail later.
Yep.
Red flags, and then we get into the neighborhoods. I'm going to put a picture here eventually.
Yes.
But it goes into a breakdown of each neighborhood that makes the most sense for that person's budget. So the flow of this whole thing is YouTube ad creative. Somebody sees the ad, they click the link, they give me their contact details, they get this guide, and
And their contact details goes to your CRM.
yeah, and then I
Yeah, so it
continuously
goes to your
follow up
database,
with them
yeah,
and all of that stuff. So, which is the sales process. But in the ad, I'm calling out if you have a budget of 5 to 900,000. I did that very intentionally. That's the market that I want to work in, and this guide is built specifically for that. That price point. So each neighborhood that I put in here, you can buy a home between 5 and 900,000 in.
Yep.
So yeah, I go over who this neighborhood's best for, location and proximity. So basically everything they would want to know, like downtown Los Olas, the closest beach, like what's the proximity to the closest beach,
Value.
the airport, nearby hotspots, the walkability score, and then what you can get for that budget in this particular neighborhood.
Yeah, dude,
so
this
for
is gonna be
example, like
fire.
the first line of this one is the home types that are common in this neighborhood are 1960s single family homes, and many are nicely updated. The average home in this price point in this neighborhood is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 to 2,000 square foot home, and the year build, like I said, is like in the 60s, coming up to the 70s. So just a lot of really cool information. Went all through the entire, like every neighborhood, and at the very end, very clear 1 page, like here's what to do next. And it's just schedule a quick strategy call. Let's get on the phone. Let me pair you up with some vendors. Let me figure out what your goals are. Let me help you take that next step. So anyway, that's the guide.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll do a more in-depth look at this later. But for now, just wanted to give an overview and our general thoughts on lead magnets and YouTube ads. Because that's kind of the next thing we're tackling is, we've done organic for a couple of years. Let's dive into ads.
Yeah, and I think this, to summarize all of this, it has to do with optimizing your, YouTube channel, YouTube videos as a whole, but also too, this is a way to make sure no leads fall through the cracks because as he mentioned, real estate has long operating cycles. When somebody starts the decision or information seeking process, they'll go on Google, they'll go on YouTube, they'll start accumulating as much information as possible. And whether you're ready to buy in 6 months, 12 months, 3 months, this is a way for you to make sure that you actually convert these people who aren't just watching your videos and taking that information and going somewhere else. They're watching your videos, they're getting a piece of value from you in exchange for contact information. And then, like you said, you can text them, you can call them, you can email them, they'll continue to watch your videos. And then they've built more familiarity with you, more trust with you, more goodwill with you because you provided them an insanely valuable resource during their relocation process.
Let me add a little bit more sauce here to lead magnets in general. I was actually I was listening to a video the other day about lead magnets, and it says when you're marketing, let's say 20% of people will ever convert, right? 20% of people. Of the 20%, there might only be 10% that are ready right now.
Right.
So if you're only saying text me or call me or something of those sorts, there's only 10% of the people that would convert that would actually do that.
Right then and there.
Right then and there.
Yeah.
So lead magnets are built for the additional, and I think they said 10% will never do anything. So I think the lead magnets are built for the 80% that aren't ready right now, but they will eventually do something with you. It's something they can get right now.
Yeah, this
which
is
I think is sweet. I think it's gonna be huge.
Yeah. And the last thing I'll say on this, or maybe not, I mean, this is a good conversation. It's extremely valuable. We are continuously and aggressively learning and studying everything we can about YouTube marketing as a whole. This is an element of it, having resources and lead magnets for people to get more value, to deposit more goodwill, to get more people into your ecosystem, to keep them in your ecosystem. So this is just another skill, another thing that we're learning, that we're implementing. And, YouTube marketing and real estate is still very, very, very green. It's very, very unpopular. It's not common. There's a very, very, very small percentage of agents on YouTube. I think it's 4% in general. And of that 4% of the people actually doing it effectively, it's even smaller than that. So that's why we're excited to talk about this type of stuff that we're working on in front of you, because we're building this company in public, and we're not claiming to be people we're not. We're not experts yet. We're not multimillionaires. We can't claim to be someone we've never done or achieve results we never have, even though we have a lot of evidence, we have a lot of results, we've made a lot of impact. But this is just another thing that we're fired up about implementing and crushing on all channels, his especially, our channel. You'll see us integrating this into what we do as well to offer you guys more value, but across all the channels that we're working on at the agency as well. So 2026 is going to be fun, and basically after the resource is now built out, now later today we're going to actually get your video, your campaign up and running for the first time, and next week we'll actually have results to share for about 7 days. So I'm excited to see what comes of this. For sure.
There's a few little tweaks that we have to make before we get ads live. But yeah, I think by end of day today we'll have ads live on YouTube, and hopefully we'll be able to share those next week.
Yeah, so that's good. Other than that, I think we pretty much everything we wanted to go over. This was the main thing. We have to get to filming a couple things for the community, for our YouTube channel. And outside of that, it's going to be getting your campaign live and then brainstorming our own ad creatives and lead magnets for this channel and our online community for agents looking to grow with YouTube.
Let's go, dude.